Welcome back. Um, I don't have any of this figured out, but I'm simply just talking about my life, what I've learned, what I'm currently unlearning, what I've done that works, and what I've done that is no longer working, and I've learned from it. So if you're someone that's trying to build your life while also figuring yourself out, like ambitious yet very introspective, this channel's for you. And take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Today, I want to talk about confidence. There's so much noise out there about what confidence really is. People have different definitions of confidence. And I think a lot of the time, what I believe confidence is, what I believe a lot of the time people go against is that I believe confidence is more of a state of allowing. And the more that we can allow and accept what is, the more confident we can be within ourselves of just where we're at in life and where we want to go. There's so much energy around confidence of pushing and forcing. And when I look at the energy that some people bring out of the pushing and forcing confidence, it comes off as insecure and fear driven because fear attaches itself, what I believe, it attaches itself to the need to accomplish something for an underlying thing. That's why when you look at insecurity and when you look at fear, there is a hastiness to it. There is a quickness to it. There is a grasping and a desperation to it. But what I've found is that confidence confidently waits, and it's patient and it's slow. Like, for example, years ago when I was getting into content, I remember I was talking to someone and he was saying, he's like, why don't you just start? Why don't you just post? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do X, Y, and Z? And I had to sit with that. And I was just like, I know it's not the right time for me to do it. And I'm not going to start something from the energy of insecurity and fear and grasping because I may be missing out, or I might be not getting this, or I may not be getting that. I was like, I'll know when the time is right for me to start posting, like it is now. And I can do it from a place of calm and clarity, which brings out more confidence within me because I'm not searching for anything and I'm not grasping for anything like that other energy is of needing to get something out of doing something, out of that desperation, out of that fear, which can look like confidence externally. But deep inside the soul of the person doing the actions is complete and utter fear. And I vowed that I wouldn't come back to do that to come back and do content in that energy. I would only do it when I'm very calm, cool, confident, and completely detached from any outcome, which is what I'm doing right now. But I've learned also that confidence can be extremely situational based, and those fears and those insecurities start to come out in different scenarios. Like the goal is not to be confident everywhere all the time for every single thing. One, there's no growth in that. Two, it's fucking boring. Like your life would be boring if you were confident in every area, every part of your life or whatever. And for anyone that is, I believe they are masking a deep, deep fear because I don't believe everyone has every checkbox marked off. I just truly don't believe that. And so, like, I'm very confident in my business skills. I'm very confident in being able to sell, how to articulate words to get someone from point A to point B. I'm very confident in that. I talk to CEOs and CMOs and VPs of huge 6, 7, 8, and 9-figure companies every single day. Completely confident I can talk to them. You can throw me in a room with them and do whatever. I can sell them. I can shoot the shit. I can just talk. I'm cool. Put me in door-to-door sales, I'm cool. Put me in cold calling, I'm good to go. You put me in a supermarket next to an attractive girl in the fruit aisle, I freak out. I don't know what to do. And the reason I freak out is because of the underlying fear associated with the pretty girl in the fruit aisle, which is that I'm not enough for her. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good looking enough. I don't look the right way for her. So instead of me going up with confidence and clarity to approach and say, hi, how are you? Good to meet you. Like I would a CEO or a CMO, I'm left with crippling fear of that I'll get rejected. And confidence crumbles in my head because I'm saying all these stories. But I can face the CEO or CMO of an 8-figure, 9-figure company, and I can just talk all day long. I can listen. I can do everything I need to do purely out of calm and clarity and confidence, knowing where I'm going and knowing how to get them there along with me in the most transparent and authentic way possible. When I see a cute girl in the supermarket, that does not happen because of those underlying fears. And the real confidence happens when we start to look inwardly and we start to work out these limiting beliefs. Because it's not that working out these beliefs produces immediate confidence. What happens is that it produces the space so that confidence can come in over time through new beliefs, new emotional states, new actions you take. And it's not like you're going to do the inner work and then immediately you're going to be like so confident. You're going to do this and this and that. No, it's you're putting in the reps over time to go and face the fear. That is it. You going out and facing your fear, whatever that is. For me, it's a cute girl in the grocery store because of all the limiting beliefs that was put onto me as a kid for not looking a certain way, right? And for other people, it's talking in front of other people. For people, it's being in front of a camera. I can do this all day, every day. Some other guy could not do this and can go talk to every girl at a bar, at a restaurant, at a coffee shop, at a library, at the supermarket. I couldn't do that yet. I will. I'm working on it day by day, but I will. And so when you create the space to change the thoughts and the stories and the emotional triggers that we have, and to do the deep work of why those triggers are happening to produce those fears, we get more space to create more confidence. Because the more confidence we have, it's less of this egoic bravado state, which a lot of people put on the mask of to put in front of people because they don't want to address the underlying fear. So they compensate with rushing, with action without thinking or intention, with this huge bravado-esque nature, when inside they're terrified. And so confidence isn't this big bravado in the mask. Confidence is presence. And when you can be present with everything and just to notice what comes up, noticing the fears, noticing the stories, noticing the emotional triggers, noticing all these things, and you can be so present with all of those things coming up that you can just, and you breathe right through it. You breathe through it, you calm the nervous system, and you move on and you try to overcome that fear from that state of peace and clarity and calm now. Is it picture perfect like that every time? No. Are you still going to be nervous to face that fear? Absolutely. I am too, for whatever the context is. And there are days where it's great, and there are days where it's not so great. And honestly, there are parts of that, the uncomfortable situations that I even avoid more than I should, or I should be putting myself in that state more and more to get more comfortable in the uncomfortability of that and feeling all those things to then calm the nervous system to then pursue forward in the best aligned way. But I'm terrible at it. I avoid that so much, and it's a normal human thing. There's no shame around that, and there should be no shame around it. And I've learned to not put shame when I don't confront the fear right away, because I think I'm supposed to be this big bravado thing and just ignore all the fears and just keep pushing. And another part with confidence is there's a lot of people out there pushing the narrative of it's you versus the world. And the more you listen to that, probably the more scared you're going to be. Because the people who have made those beliefs, those limiting beliefs, are scared themselves. And they're projecting that it's you versus the world. It's not you versus the world. It's you creating with the world and life. And the more I believe that we can tap in to trusting and having faith in the universe and life, whatever, that there's something bigger than us helping guide us every moment of the time and every moment of the day, I then believe we can become more confident. Because when we believe there's something bigger, a higher power, whatever you want to call it, that's helping guide us and show us the way, we can relax. We're not as much in survival mode. And we can create knowing we're being taken care of in more of a collective energy, more of a trusting energy, where you can be calm and collected, which leads to more confidence, instead of this barbaric, it's you versus the world mentality that some triggered dude on the internet is telling everyone that that's the only way and that's how life works. That's their own limiting beliefs. That's their own faulty thoughts. Let them do their thing, but don't let it crush you for what you're trying to do in bringing in the energy of calmness out of survival in clarity that then produces enough space to bring in confidence more and more in your life. And when you can bring in that space and remove all the things that are bringing away or bringing down or crunching in the space that isn't allowing your confidence to show up, that's when you can expand. That's where you step in to expand. And then that space breeds more confidence. So again, the goal isn't to be confident in everything. It's to be honest about where you're at and where you're not, and willing to stay present in that space where you can expand and be able to grow, which then breeds more confidence.